That looks great. All right. Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for being here today. Here today, we are talking about the new South Carolina State courses that CodeHS has launched, and we are so very lucky to have Tammy Huddle with us. She is a resident of South Carolina, and so I'm going to call her an expert. But we will hear from her and her teaching experiences using CodeHS to meet your South Carolina state standards and get some wonderful teaching ideas from her as we share this time together. All right, so Tam, if you want to click to the next slide. And my name is Stephanie Bennett. I'm a professional development specialist here at CodeHS. And like I said, we are joined by Tammy, and I'll let her introduce herself before we get started here. Oh, you're on mute, Tammy. There you go.
Hi. Hi, I'm Tammy Huddle, and I'm a computer science teacher in South Carolina, originally from North Carolina, and I teach high school computer science virtually. So I am a full-time virtual high school teacher, and I use CodeHS.
Thank you. All right. So today, if you want to move to the next slide, we are going to cover basically three main topics. We're going to talk about this pathway for South Carolina schools that CodeHS has created to help educators all over the state really dig in and see what it might look like to grow a program from K all the way through 12th grade for students. And maybe you're not quite there yet in your district, but we do want to just show you what we have available so you can start thinking, from about the skills that you want your students to leave your buildings with after they graduate, whether they're going to careers or military or college. What is it, what are the skills that students need around computer science? What kind of learning and experiences do we want them to have in our computer science pathways in our courses, and how can we build those pathways to enrich students and also give them the marketable skills that we know that they need around computer science? We'll specifically take a look at the middle school and high school courses available on CodeHS, and we'll talk about some new courses that were just built for 2024. And then we will also talk about engaging students. And Tammy's going to take us through some of the highlights, the programs and features of CodeHS, the lessons that really engage her students. All right, if you want to click for me, Tammy, thank you. If you have any questions, please drop those in the chat. We're just a small group here today, so we can participate in the chat. And next slide, please. If you do not already have a CodeHS account, you can sign up for one at codehs.com/sign up. And you can click around with us as we are showing you things. We will make sure that you at least have an account and can log in and find the South Carolina curriculum that we're discussing here today. All right, and one more, thank you. If you are attending with us today, we want to make sure that you get credit for your time spent here. So I'm going to drop a link in the chat. And if you would like to click on that link, then you will get a certificate of completion. Do make sure that you are logged into CodeHS and then click on the attendance link, and that will make sure that that your name is correctly attached to that certificate. So do that before we leave today. All right, and then let's talk about CodeHS in general. If you are not familiar, CodeHS is a comprehensive platform, all online, used to teach computer science in elementary, middle, and high school. And as I mentioned, we are completely web-based, and this has some really great advantages for teachers. Basically, any device that has connectivity to the internet, any place students can get internet, they can learn computer science. We also offer online and offline professional development, which you know because you are here today, And we have all the teacher tools and resources that you need. So not only the curriculum, but also the tools to save you time and efficiency, and also to help you focus your time where it's most needed. That is, of course, with your students. So Tammy, if you'll go to that next slide. So I was talking about not only curriculum, but tools. We have tools for feedback. We have tools for grading. We have tools for monitoring student progress. All of this, again, is web-based, and students and yourself, teachers, you do not need to do any kind of additional downloads or, downloading software, downloading plugins, anything at all to get started. So definitely check us out with a free account if you need one. All right, so we are ready for Tammy to share all about the South Carolina pathway. Take it away, Tammy.
All right. Just a little bit of information about our South Carolina K-12 pathway. Click. We do have a link here, codehs.com, state South Carolina, which will direct you to our pathway that we have set. And I believe, Stephanie, you're going to put that link in chat for them.
Got
Okay.
it.
So you got the link there. And just to talk a little bit about it, we do have elementary pathway too, but we're going to kick it off with middle school pathway. And you can find these if you go look on the course catalog. You can filter it by high school and middle school. And if you filter it by middle school, you're going to see these courses. So you've got Computer Science Explorations 1, Computer Science Explorations 2, and then Python Basics with Tracy. And the sixth and seventh grade courses are, I believe, geared around Tracy, and that would be Python. And then you kind of advance each year as you take that, so you're prepared for the high school classes. And then for the high school courses, we've got, these are suggestions of ways to take it. For ninth grade, we've got Fundamentals of Computing, and that's a great start for students. It goes over a lot of the concepts of computer science, software, hardware, the basics, bytes, input, output, just all the things that you need to know about computers. And then it also integrates a little bit of web design and programming with JavaScript. So, and you'll use Carol in that. So the fundamentals of computing courses are a really great start for students. And usually we have our students start with that course in high school. Then we got computer science programming with Python 1. Python's a really good, easy language for the students to learn, and they will already have a little bit of background from that if they took the courses in middle school. So Python's just an easy start for them if they want to do some more programming. They can start out with that course in the 10th grade and then progress on to 11th grade and take Programming 2 with Python, which will be a little more detailed. After that, for seniors, if they've taken all the previous courses, they're definitely prepared to take the APCSA Nitro course. It's a little tough, and I know sometimes students have a hard time fitting things in their schedule, and I actually have some students go from fundamentals straight into Nitro, and it's a little tough. So if you can save that for when they've had a little more coding experience, because I do teach that course, and I know some of my students in there, it's a lot more detailed. It really is. So that is a good, more advanced course for the students to take. For the state courses, if you go to our course catalog and you filter by state, you're going to see some of these courses here, and now we've got more, and we'll talk about that. But previously, courses that we had were the South Carolina Fundamentals of Web Page Design and Development, and of course, South Carolina Fundamentals of Computing, the AP Computer Science Principles, and then the AP Computer Science A. So these were courses that we had before, and we have since added on some new courses to that. So for 2024, our high school courses that are new, we've got now South Carolina Computer Programming with Python, and I just showed you guys that on a previous screen. And then we've got also the South Carolina Introduction to Computer Programming. So that's a little more flexible. We do have both of these courses on our South Carolina Education Department website. The introduction to computer programming, you can use Python. I'm pretty sure, not sure with this one, Stephanie, you might could let me know if it uses Python for sure. But they're both very similar. Okay.
Yep, it
So I
does.
know, yeah, in our introduction to computer programming, you could really use anything, but we have Python here. And again, that is a great introduction for students to get started because Python's a lot easier to learn. And then you would follow that up with South Carolina Computer Programming 2 with Python and South Carolina Intermediate Computer Programming. So those are the two courses that would follow those. The standards framework tool, I think this is really awesome. It shows you the alignment of the courses, of the CodeHS courses to our South Carolina standards. So I think it's an excellent way to get started if you want to look and make sure the standards are aligned so you know that you're using curriculum that actually fits our standards. This is a great source to check out. And you can see the fundamentals of web page design development for 2023 was 100% in alignment. Computer programming 1 with Python 100%, programming 2 with Python 100%, and introduction to computer programming also 100%. So all of our standards and stuff are aligned to South Carolina. Industry certifications, wonderful. All the students want those, and I think it's great that we offer those. CodeHS has South Carolina recognized industry certifications in a variety of courses. We've got JavaScript 1, Web Design 1, Python 1, Cybersecurity 1, and Java 1. So if you're looking to offer your student certifications, this is a great place to start. I'm sure you could reach out to your rep if you've got a rep for CodeHS and find out more information about that. But this is a good way to prepare the students that want to go into programming, maybe as a future, or want to go into web design. Having an industry certification is a really good thing for them to be able to show an employer or college or anything like that. It just really sets them up for success as a programmer or web designer. For engaging students, I think on this one, I had a couple of different ideas that I wanted to go over with you guys. First, I was going to talk about Carol and a little bit about Tracy the Turtle. Our fundamentals of computing and some of the other courses we have use Carol the dog to teach the students how to start programming with code. Um, if they've ever used Scratch or anything like that, you know, you got the Scratch cat. Well, we've got things like Carol, and then we got Tracy. And so Carol is pretty cool. The kids love Carol. They get really sad when we leave the Carol unit because they enjoy learning how to, you know, take Carol around the world. But Carol basically has a playground, a little grid that she plays in, and we can make her do tricks. You can make her move, you can make her place balls, pick up balls, uh, you know, spin around in circles, just a bunch of different things. And a cute little tip that I kind of found one day and told my kids about, you can actually make her bark. So, yeah, Stephanie, I didn't know if you knew that or not. You can actually make Carol bark. She has a bark command. So yeah, the kids really like that. But you can see the code on the left, and this is just a screenshot of our platform. And this is where the students will do their coding on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, you can see where they run the code. They have a check code feature where they can actually check and make sure that the code passes some of the standards. And these assignments, you can teacher grade, you can auto grade, you can have the system grade it for you. And I really like that flexibility to have the system grade it or to have you grade it. So that's really definitely a nice feature. You can also slow it down. I think that's kind of cool where you can make her go slower so you can actually see if she's doing the right movements. But this is just a screenshot of our Carol program. And this right here is in JavaScript. Okay. So this is in our Fundamentals of Computing course and some other courses. And then we have Tracy. Tracy's wonderful. I'm teaching with Tracy this year. Well, we were. We had to say bye to Tracy a few weeks ago, and the kids were a little disappointed. And I told them, everybody, tell Tracy bye. We're going to move on to better things, bigger things. But with Tracy, you're going to learn Python. And you can see some of the Python code on the left. And in this exercise, Tracy builds a pyramid. She also has a grid world. Looks a little bit different from Carol's world, but and she can move a little slower or faster. We do have a way to speed her up. So, but here on the right, you can see she's built her pyramid, and it takes user input, and you can see on the bottom here, there's an input portion on the bottom right for students when they run their code to where they can provide user input to the program. So this is just a little look about Tracy here. I really like these programs for engagement and stuff. The kids enjoy working with them, seeing because they can visually see Carol moving and Tracy moving, and it's just really a neat feature. And we actually have a collaboration feature now, which I've been using, and it's really kind of cool that I can go to a student's program and I'm in there the same time they are, and I can watch them type. Again, I'm virtual, but I can watch them as they're typing and tell them what to do, and I can type notes on there for them to see too. So that's pretty cool. In the past, I've let students collaborate together on assignments or as a group. And you can have several students collaborate on one exercise. Generally, I'll do this in the sandbox. They'll collaborate together on an exercise, and you can see both of them typing at the same time. So that's, pair programming is, especially for the classroom, it's really useful. It's a little harder in the virtual world, but usually I'll have a couple of students pair program and do that together. So that really helps a lot with engagement on that. But they really enjoy Carol and Tracy. So other resources that we have, you can become a CodeHS certified educator. I am one of those. That's where I kind of started and got to here where I am now. But just you do a video and you submit it to CodeHS, and they'll watch your video. But and it just lets CodeHS and lets your school know that you are serious about CodeHS and using and learning the platform. So that is something you can do. We also have micro credentials that you can pick up. You can earn as a teacher. So just like certifications for the students, we have micro credentials. We have a Facebook group too that you can join. Uh, that's the CodeHS Facebook Educators Group. So join that so you can find out more. And we're also on social media, and that would be Instagram. I'm trying to keep up with all the things now. They keep changing. So it's Instagram, Twitter, and yeah.
Threads,
Oh,
maybe?
I know. I'm like, it's threads. Yeah, that's what that one is. So different things that we've got here, ways that you can follow CodeHS and stay in touch with what's new, what's changed, updates, and things like that. And we offer free PD just like this one. And the link there, codehs.com/free PD. Check out all of the PD sessions we have, and come join us for more things.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Tammy, for sharing with us about your experiences with the South Carolina courses. I know teachers really appreciate hearing from a fellow educator who's currently in the classroom, and you even have a twist on it, doing everything virtually. So like I said, I'm gonna call you an expert. So thank you so much for sharing. We do want to give everybody an opportunity to give us some feedback on today's webinar. And so I'm going to put a link in the chat to our survey. If you want to take a few minutes to fill that out, we always appreciate hearing from our educators about how you enjoyed learning with us today, and also what we can do in the future to meet your needs. We are very, very proactive in responding to our educator feedback, because Genuinely, we are here to serve and to empower you in the classroom wherever you are at on your computer science journey. So let us know how we did today in that survey. Let us know what future topics you would like to hear about. All right, and then I do want to put one more time that link for the attendance in the chat. So make sure that you log into CodeHS, get your attendance certificate by clicking that link. It'll just show a quick thank you screen, and that's all you have to do. Your certificate will come via email. All right, and then coming up, we talked about future free PD sessions. So we do have continuing PD all through the month of October, and we welcome you to join any of these sessions that might be interesting or relevant to your classroom. We look forward to seeing everybody at future PD sessions. And then I also do want to put in a plug for our APCSA Educator PLC. So this is a new group that is going to meet virtually quarterly. And the idea is that, we have educators all over the US teaching APCSA. And so every time we meet quarterly, we're going to talk about pacing. Where are you at in the curriculum? How's it going for you? What's worked really well in your classroom? Do you need help brainstorming on ideas for certain concepts that are going to be upcoming in your classroom? We'll also talk about various teaching strategies, we'll share exam tips, and we will network with fellow APCSA teachers. This is going to be a great group. If you're interested, definitely sign up. Our first meeting will be later this month, October 22nd at 6 p.m. Central Time. All right, just a few more things. We also want to put in a plug for our Coding Coast to Coast 2024 road trip. We have a CS ambassador traveling the country, visiting schools, doing coding demonstrations and conversations about careers in computer science, about college experiences in computer science, all amazing fun things with our CS ambassador, Blake. And so if you would like Blake to come visit you in his pink van, that is a picture of it there on the screen. He has gone from Chicago to South Bend, Indiana to Indianapolis, Indiana over the weekend, and he is moving on to Ohio and Michigan next. So definitely keep track of our road trip. All right, last link then. We just want to make sure that everybody has access to the fabulous CodeHS curriculum and teacher tools. So if you would like to learn more about bringing CodeHS to your school or district, click on that link. And we thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for your time. Tammy, thank you again for sharing your expertise and speaking so well to the engaging and fun activities your students have worked through. And we will see you all again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.